Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and check this out. Are you a go big or a go home journaler? I often, and this is ephemera on a budget, but I often start out and you wind up getting a chunky monkey. If you are that person, try a ring bound journal, okay? Because you can go up to like a 3-inch ring. I have, pretty sure it's a 3-inch ring. Anyhow, so on a budget, I got this little guy for a dollar minus the brown paper bag. That's our ephemera on a budget stuff. Oh, this is in the wrong spot. This guy does not go there. So anyhow, ring bound is the way to go if you start out real thick and you wind up running out of room. It's also a really simple way to bind a journal. Look at this out of here. Very simple way to bind a journal, because you just basically hole punch to if the journal's really big, if it's an 8.5, oh no, if it's an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, then of course, oh, look what I've done, guys. You're gonna want to go 3 rings. I gotta fix that. In the words of my dear old mother, Shuki in the barnyard. All right, let's fix this one first. You stay, and then we'll get this one back in here. There we go. All right, so you go in here, and I'm not so sure on this cover. Talk about a bare naked journal. We got one. All right, so it's got that paisley on the front, and I was actually intending on doing a paisley journal, but alas, and glad is me, it took a different turn. Let's go on this side because it might be easier. And that one's got a little bit of teal permanent marker on it, so I'll know which is which. Okay, so this is the kind of journal that'll grow with you. And if you have been watching my channel, you will have seen the here we go, the altered book. This one, okay? So these leftovers from brown paper bag came from these that I cut for this journal. So our leftovers basically from this one. This heavier, actually this one, guys. Let me show you this one. And we all get brown paper bags, so when you go to the grocery store, tell them, I'd like that in a brown paper bag, right? So let me flip through this, and then we'll get into, and I'll put some more in here. I got something else. So basically I cut them to fit. So we got short ones, and then these ones I'm going to show you real quick. We all have magazines, right? Everybody's got a magazine. Even if you find the ones at a grocery store, right? Y'all know I'm wild about color here. Yes, another fall themed journal, just what we all wanted and needed, right? Okay, so let's take this out. But I love my fall. Now this should fit. Okay, we got to cut it at 8. Not 8, 7 1/4. No. How wide were we? 5 1/4 wide. No. 7 1/4. Let's try 7 1/4. Hang on to that because we're going to use all of our scraps. Do I like that side better? Or do I like this side better? That side better? I knock his plum kaplooey here. This side better? Or this side better? I think I like this side better. Yeah, let's go this side. All right, so we're gonna do something fun with this. And this is basic. We're going to take this piece and we're going to glue it to this piece. And what we're going to wind up doing maybe, if everything cooperates here, is glue it to that page. It's going to stick out some. So let's do something even more inventive here. Let's do something really cool, really fun. So the idea when you're putting these guys together is to think outside of the box. Okay, and I do have to cut that, maybe we'll just leave it as is. All right, so we're going to open this up. First thing we're going to do is glue that down, just like that. So let me get my glue turned upside down. So remember, just be watching for magazines and something, I mean the post office trash. That's a great shopping spot. Look in there and you're going to find stuff. But if it's in there, tear off the address, and you know what I mean, don't take somebody's, just tear off the address. And a lot of times, I have no pride, I'll see somebody throw something away in the trash can at the post office, and I'll say, hey, do you mind if I use that? No, not at all. And they give it to me. And then while they're there, I tear off the page with the address and throw it back in the trash. No shame, right? Okay, and then this one will go here. Yay, I love it. Okay, we're gonna just glue this guy down. It's that easy. So now we have this one, and guess what? Got itchies. Always have itchies. Glue, glue. Ah! Well, I almost messed that one up, didn't I? All right. So I had here earlier some playing cards. What did I did with my playing cards? Because I had them out for something, and then I said, I don't know if I want to use these or not. Now I do. There's those ones. Okay. It's a little loose, but it's okay. I was hoping that it wouldn't be that loose. How come it was so loose, guys? Tell me. You guys can fix that for me. I'm always open for suggestions. There we go. Maybe let it just get glued good. That might be a healthy way of looking at it, right? There. There. Nice colors, huh? All right, so there we go. We actually now have a page, and you know then what I was doing with these guys. I need to tear that off. That simple. Okay. Yeah, I wish I could make that stick down. Maybe I just need to come in a little more. Yeah? No? Don't know. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. But it wasn't sticking too good. That I do know. All right, there we go. Perfect. So we haven't altered those, but there'll be another rainy day. Okay. Don't like the way it looks? Change it up. What's our feature focus here? Okay. Right there. So it doesn't always have to look like fall, right? You can change it up, you can alter it, you can do 1,000 different things to one sheet of paper. But you have to glue the bottom. Okay, I can come back later and trim that up very nicely. Then I'm going to show you what else I have besides the page. Come on, glue. Come on, glue. It's because I didn't clean the nozzle good. We also have a pocket. So let me get a circle punch. Look at that. Maybe I'll come back to the circle punch. Remember the page trims we made? What are we going to do with this? Well, first I'm going to fold that over because I wasn't too crazy about the these are from the same magazine. Look. Perfect. Which side do I like better, though? I like this side better. Okay, and we can put book page there. So let me get a book page and I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're getting started. I'd already poked one set of holes. I'm just using my big bite. What I did was I took one of my pieces from the journal, from the ring bound, and I just lined the holes up and I marked it with the marker so I know where to poke my pieces of used. These are the scraps from another project. These were what didn't fit, leftover pieces of my brown paper bag. And this is why it's ephemera on a budget, because I had gotten this for $1. And I have been holding on to this forever. And I was going to make a Paisley journal. I was going to make a this journal. I was going to make a that journal. And I just never got around to doing anything really with it. So then I come up with the ephemera on a budget series. And I thought, we're going to use this. So you'll see me use different journals. Like I might pull out one of my Etta inspired journals. I might pull out one of my Design Team Share journals. We just don't know. So the ephemera on a budget, we know what we're doing. I'm going to show you in this series how to use what you have to make something really cool. And from time to time, I'll put a link to other channels in my description as for inspiration, this is where I got this idea, or this is where I got that idea from. But anyhow, you get the idea. If you don't have one of these tools, you just use something, those Dollar Tree pokey tools. They look kind of like this. You can still poke your holes. It just has to be big enough for a ring to go through. If you don't have a ring, use a piece of string. I'm not intentionally trying to rhyme, but that's how it is. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get all of these finished. If you have one of those handheld Dollar Tree paper punches, I don't know what they're called now. Paper punches, hole punch. Dollar Tree hole punch, that's the word. If you got one of those, use those. So anyhow, I'm going to go off camera. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of my channel. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. If you enjoyed today's video, please share my channel with your crafty friends. It helps me to grow. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.